On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Thursday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. We're going to kick it off with some updates before we get into the main stories. Now, the first update is in relation to the knockings and clappings that took the life of the daughter of Member of Parliament, Philip Parwell, that's Soraya Parwell, and their mother, Tashana Pattison. Yeah, man, the case they still a going, still up and running, and the police, along with the DPP, a whole amp and some more people. Now, a fifth person have been hit with charges in relation to their knockings and clappings. So that fifth person in question has since been identified as Beyond Black. He was charged on January 12th with 2 counts each of conspiracy to kidnap, conspiracy to murder, and the kidnapping and the murder of the two. Now, a voluntary bill of indictment was proffered by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions when he appeared before the Home Circuit Court on January 17, 2024. So that simply means that Beyond Black will eventually be joined on an indictment with Leoda Bradshaw and Roland Balfour, who were previously charged with the knockings and clappings that resulted in the loss of life of the two. Bradshaw is considered the mastermind behind the knockings and clappings and the kidnapping. She was among 4 people initially charged. The other 2, Richard Brown and Rashane Miller, pleaded guilty last November. They have been since sentenced. Now, Black, that is Beyond Black, next court date is set for February 9th. 2024 in the Home Circuit Court. On that date, the Crown will give the court an update on the state of his case file. And also in another legal matter, Beyond Black was also charged on December 20 of 2023 for the offenses under the new Firearms Act. He appeared before the High Court Division of the Gun Court on January 23, 2024. He was charged with possession of prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession and ammunition, and also dealing in prohibited weapons. On the Spot News Media understands that Beyond Black is suspected by the police to have provided the weapon that carried out the knockings and clappings that took the life of young Soraya Parwell and her mother. Yeah, man. So anyway, make we continue. Now over there in the St. James Police Division, justice has been served. Yeah, man. The old dirty kind of boy identified as Gregory Roberts was found guilty in the Montego Bay Circuit Court for the loss of life, the brutal slaying of this 15-year-old child at the time of her demise, Shenika Gray. Yeah, man. So the verdict was handed down in the St. James Circuit Court on Wednesday afternoon. The 7-member jury took just over 1 hour to deliver a guilty verdict. Roberts was charged jointly with Mario Morrison in connection with the 2017 brutal slaying of the young Shenika Gray. DPP Paula Llewellyn says she's happy with the jury's decision, given the strength of the evidence presented in the case. So we're going to hear from the DPP Paula Llewellyn as she weighs in on this justice that has been served to the family members of the now deceased Shenika Gray. Listen.
I believe that justice has been truly served and that the jury came to the appropriate decision based on the mountain of evidence that was before them. And of course, one has to think of the deceased, that 15-year-old child, Shenika Gray, and her family. It is indeed very, very sad and tragic what occurred, and one can only hope that the fact that justice has been served will go some way to assuaging some of the very negative impact that they have suffered. We certainly will be seeking for the sentencing exercise to have a victim impact statement from the family so that they can have their say. In this matter, we also had the assistance of the use of the plea negotiation legislation, which we at the Office of the DPP, we have been using to good effect. And I wish to thank the co-accused who gave evidence against Mr. Roberts, because his evidence was cogent, it proved to be reliable, and it showed remorse on his part for the participation that he had in this entire exercise. It is important to record commendation, certainly to the police investigators, and this case is testament to use by the police of scientific processes, technology, expert evidence. Commendations also to my staff, because we had a team of 3 prosecutors. The case was long. In some respects, it was a little tedious. The issues of law that we had to grapple with were many, and also witness care management of our witnesses was also critical. So it took a tremendous amount of effort.
Now we are going to hear from the aunt of the deceased Shenika Gray, that's Nikita Gray, who wept openly as the guilty verdict was handed down to the man accused of taking her niece's life, that's Gregory Roberts. Nikita Gray says that the family is indeed satisfied with the guilty verdict handed down by the judge and the juror of the court. So we're going to hear from Nikita Gray as she weighs in on behalf of her family. Listen.
We've been fighting this, it's been 7 years. Even though I'm crying, I am joyful. I think they made the necessary decision of putting away Gregory. Gregory does not stop. Gregory does not need to be on the road. Otherwise, we would have similar occurrences. We are totally satisfied. So we have 5 days approaching. So we were hoping that this memorial would have been a joyful one. The Crown did a fabulous job. I am praying for maximum of anything. Maximum of anything, that's what Gregory deserves.
Maximum of anything, that's what Gregory Roberts deserves. Are the cries of the family members of the now deceased 15-year-old at the time when her life was taken, Shenika Gray. Really, really sad indeed. This is what I would classify as a bittersweet type of moment. Poor me, I tell my peeps. The thing rough. When listening to these type of cases, this just shows the heartless nature of our Jamaican men. The brutal act in which this teen life was taken, unprovoked, might I add. Brutal. One of the most brutal I've ever heard of. But anyway, me could continue. And still in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division, another brazen knockings and clappings took place smack in the middle of Mobay proper. Yeah, man. Now, this knockings and clappings here put a different and a brand new twist to the internal 6 war between Shabdon side and the squash-led faction of the Six, and also to include 41 Roseites gang members. Now the other day, I drop a picture of the infamous Raymond behind bars over there in the Freeport police lockup. Now a big brawl go on at the lockup over there, and it is alleged that a Knockist and Clappist aligned to that of Shabdon slap up Raymond in the jail, bilious. So Raymond say, yo, the war is on because no boy can't diss me and get away with that. So at that jump off the 641 Roseites war again. So last night, this known Knockist and Clappist, and just so you know and understand the character of who I'm speaking of, this criminal element here presently on your screen was identified by his alias in the criminal underworld as Chip Chop. Now, Chip Chop is a known affiliate and associate of Shabdon, one of Shabdon known top Knockist and Clappist. Well, at least he once was. Yeah, man. Now, he was seen walking along King Street in Mobay, and it is said that some criminal elements roll up on him, windows wind down, and a lone can to him skin, spread him out like a sheet. Shut eye control settings was the order of the day. Yeah, man. And it is widely said that that hit, his knockings and clappings, come straight from out a Freeport lockup, ordered by another reputed Knockist and Clappist aligned to 41 Roseites and also squash this criminal element here presently on your screen, known as Raymond Bossed. Yeah, man. You remember J-Man, you remember Fredman. Well, this criminal here on your screen is Raymond. Yeah, man. Now over there in the community of Whitfield town in Kingston 13, a brazen knockings and clappings took place yesterday in the early part of the night. Yeah, man. Criminal elements traveling in a motor vehicle can up and took the life of this female present on your screen along Ashley Road in Whitfield town. She has since been identified as Letitia Vassell, but more popularly known in the streets as Munchie. Yeah, man. The man them deal with the situation a certain type of way. Another man get caught up who was in close proximity and is being treated in the hospital. The incident occurred sometime around 7:30 p.m. in the early part of the night of Wednesday. But the thing that is definitely angering most of the residents, the knockings and clappings took place close to the security checkpoint in the community. Residents reportedly heard loud explosions and had to take cover. Now, I've said this over and over and over again. What's the purpose of having police and soldiers at a static point where them can't move? None at all. Them have to just stay right where them there. So all it takes for the Knockist and Clappist them to do, is just have a spotter with just a visual pan the police and soldier them at the static point and make the man them know, say, yo, do the thing right now. And them just ropes and do the drive-by and slap away for slap away. And I just hit that and get away real quick. Because by the time the static point for react, them are going to react after the fact. And the man them in a vehicle and them they at a static point without a vehicle to give chase. It just don't make sense. It would have make better sense if you have them on foot patrol and put them within a certain confine so people can really study their movement, or give them a vehicle for patrol a particular area confine them to a particular location and say, we have to stay right there. So, but at least they are mobile. And when things like this happen, it probably won't prevent it, But their reaction time would have been way better if they had had a vehicle last night. Probably them could have give chase and clap with them boy there quick and fast. Yeah, man. But boy, may I tell my peeps, in the ghetto, the thing rough. Now the last thing that we are going to talk about, an update that should have been given at the start of the vlog, but anyway, here's the update. I covered a vlog about this Jamaican man present on your screen identified as Fidel Fletcher, who was listed as wanted by the Charlotte County in the state of Florida for the fatal stabbing of his wife. Yeah, man, where he used a sharp instrument to inflict 16 puncture wounds to his wife's body. He deal with her a certain type of way. And he did this in the full view of her 5 and 6-year-old children on December 26th of last year. It took place, as I stated, in the Charlotte County. Now, he was listed as wanted by the Florida police, and he was on the run since then. Now, he was found lifeless in the woods of Charlotte County. We are not for sure how he lost his life, whether it is that his life was taken by someone, or he took his own life, or whatsoever the case may be, but he is no longer among the land of the living, as he was found by the authorities and positively ID'd as that of Fidel Fletcher. Yeah, man. So a closure to that case, and I just hope that the family members of the now deceased wife can move on, knowing fully well that the person that took their child's or their family member's life is no longer here. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.